Welcome to day 7 of our quest to overcome perfectionism. Thank you so much for joining me today. It really means a lot to me. And let's overcome this together because perfectionism is crippling for many of us. And it can lead to a habitual procrastination, which can impact our lives very severely. So let's do this together. And we will again do 3 minutes of something that we would normally want to have perfect, but we will do it imperfectly on purpose. So we'll only do it for 3 minutes and we'll stop after those 3 minutes. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. But at least we did those 3 minutes, yes? First of all, I would like to share a tool here on my iPad with you that I've created a while back. And this tool has been really the big break for me that started to change everything. From my weight, where instead of trying to do those really strict fast diets, I did a long-term change. Instead of trying to do this really harsh exercise or overdoing it, I said, no, I'll just sign up for a gym I like and I'll go twice a week. Yes, so this is what I would like to share with you. If you would like to have this PDF file, please send me a message on any social media you find me. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, not very often on Instagram, so it might take a while. I'm not the most proficient person in those social media, so if I don't answer, please, comment somewhere. Yes, I'm very sorry about that. So anyway, let's get started. So I'll share my screen here with you on my iPad. Let me share my screen. And here we go. Okay, so I call this the deliberate decision protocol. And yesterday we talked about Kahneman System 1 and System 2 thinking. And this is the very foundation of this. So let's take today's day. Today is December 20th. I'm sorry, my hand, I need to take a thinner pen. Okay. So we have the thinner pen. So the decision situation. So I really fell a bit off the wagon in the past 2-3 weeks because if you remember, I got this flu, then I had to travel for work, and then I got even more sick, and then my son came to visit, and so everything kind of went from there. So I've been eating way too much. I spent too much time on social media. I went with my wrong diet. I went into this whole chronic fatigue thing. So I've been really tired the past few days. But here's the decision situation. And there are 2 ways to use this worksheet. One way is we use it that we say, okay, before I turn on the news, I have to do this worksheet. And we will do this first as an example. Another way you can use it is for, the scientific term for this is implementation intention, where we plan to implement things in a certain way. And there is a whole bunch of science behind it that it works. So if we sit down and we think about it, or we write it down, and then it helps us to remember and it helps us actually implement it. So the first way of, if we are in the situation, and maybe you have a situation right now, so maybe you want to turn off this video because it's uncomfortable or because I make mistakes or whatever reason you might find. Or for me, it at the moment is eating too much. We're celebrating Christmas with family, and so there'll be lots of people and lots of the type of food that I really wouldn't rather not eat. And sorry, I'm talking too much. But I'm really excited to share this with you. So let's start off with the decision situation if we're in the moment. So for example, for me, one of my typical procrastination behaviors would be reading online news. So decision situation, reading news online. So if I have the rule that I'm allowed to read all the news I want to, but I need to fill this in first, yes? So system 1 thinking, and that is the whole automatic thinking, the cognitive distortions, the heuristics, all of this, everything that we do automatic. So system 1 thinking here, let me make this a bit bigger. would be like just, you know, grab phone and read news, because, you know, news are important, and I would have all those excuses for myself. On the other hand, system 2 thinking is that I would rather read something educational, something that is inspiring, something that makes me feel good, maybe some research paper or the book that I'm currently reading, or I'm a huge fan of the Great Courses and I've subscribed to the Great Courses Plus. Watch a lecture from there. So system 2 would be, say, Great Courses or my book. Yes, or create a new video for you. Anyway, so my present view is, so how do I see it at the moment? So thinking about it right now, yes, I would much rather read my book or watch a lecture instead of doing the whole news thing. So I would rather watch Great Courses or read book. Okay, and now if I would go here, if I pretend it's 7 days from now, and I look back at today, what decision would I have wanted myself to take? Would I have rather wanted me to grab my phone and read the news and maybe go down the news cycle and spend 1 hour reading the news? Or would I have rather watched something interesting, educational on the Great Courses? So obviously, if I look at it now from 7 days, I would have rather spent that time watching a lecture or the book. So lecture or book. Okay, so this is one way this can look like. But I've already had it that I had something, for example, I wanted to eat a whole box of, maybe not a whole box, but I wanted to eat biscuits. So for example, decision situation, eat biscuits. Sorry, biscuits, that doesn't look right. So eat cookies. System 1 would be, I really want to eat those cookies. System 2 is, maybe an apple would be a better choice. Present view is, I really want to eat those cookies. However, 7 days from now, if I keep on eating those cookies every day, I would rather have that I choose, even if I don't eat them every day, I would rather have that I eat the apple than the cookies. So eat apple. So the whole thing here is, it doesn't mean that I don't ever want to eat cookies, but it just, the whole working through this, it gives me a more balanced view, and it gets me back here into this whole system 2 thinking in a way that I can decide consciously again. It gets me out of this feeding frenzy, or out of this whole negative emotional cycle, that I can choose, that I can again say, hey, what do I really want? What is my long-term desired outcome versus my short-term mood fix? So I would much rather do something for my long-term desired outcome than the short-term mood repair. I hope this made any sense. What we do now is, now we spend our 3 minutes on something that we would have previously not done because of our perfectionism. And remember, right at the beginning of our 30 days, we've created this list of things. And one of the things that I haven't done, which is not on the list, but I was asked for a 1-pager for myself, and I started it a few days ago, and I feel really uncomfortable doing it because marketing really is not my thing. I'm more of an academic and a teacher. So I will work on this for 3 minutes. So you grab whatever you want to do, anything that makes you uncomfortable, anything that you've procrastinated, be it something you've some crafting project you have, something you've started. For me, it's my knitting, if it's anything, yes? And let's do that together, and put me on pause if you still need to get something. If not, let's get started right now. I'll put a 3-minute timer on here, so let's go now. Okay, so our 3 minutes are done. Well done. And pat yourself on the back, hug yourself, give yourself a high five, or I'll give you a high five. And thank you so much for joining. I hope this has helped you. Let me know if there is anything you need in the whole area of procrastination and perfectionism, or any signs you would like to learn more about. And see you tomorrow on our next video of our 30 days of overcoming perfectionism. Thank you so much. Bye.